Hello YouTube, it's Grace again, and today I thought I'd do a discussion video about both the film and the book Howl's Moving Castle. So the book Howl's Moving Castle was written by Diana Jones, and the film was directed by Hayao Miyazaki. I'd like to say is the name pronunciation, but if I said it wrong, I really do apologise. So, the reason why I thought I'd do this is because Howl's Moving Castle is one of my favourite all-time DVDs. And the book I just finished like yesterday or day before? Day before, because I'm filming this on Thursday, so I finished the book on Tuesday night. Yeah, and I absolutely loved it. This book I rated 5 out of 5 stars, so I thought I'd just give a brief synopsis. So, the synopsis of this book is that it follows 3 sisters, Sophie, Letty and Marta, but it primarily focuses on Sophie. Sophie is the eldest of these sisters, and she's apprenticed by her stepmother, I believe. Yeah, stepmother. Where she works as a hatter, whereas her sisters are sent away to work other jobs at a bakery and as a magician's apprentice, essentially. So in this book, Sophie gets cursed, and that's like not much of a big spoiler because I believe it's on the blurb anyway. So she gets cursed and has to leave, and she finds herself at Howl's Moving Castle. And yeah, this is the story of her adventures, basically, like linking to her time in the castle. So yeah, this book I found was actually quite refreshing because it didn't entirely focus on romance. It showed that like she was a flawed character, and Howl was definitely a flawed and vain character, and that's why I kind of loved it actually. Like, I can't wait to get into Castle in the Sky and House of Many Ways, I think the other 2 books of this trilogy are called. But yeah. In the book, the characters are all clearly flawed. Like, there's something wrong with each of them. And it's not a sort of like heroism story. Like, you don't see any of the characters as a hero. They're all trying to deal with their own selfish business in a way. So yeah, I found that really refreshing and fun, to be honest. It was a nice, fun, quick, breezy read, and it's a really short book, so yeah. If you compare it to the adaptation, the film adaptation is quite interesting because this book is basically based off her experiences during because it mentions there was a war going on, and I believe that inspiration came from World War II, because I think that both Diana Jones and Hayao Miyazaki lived during the period, and therefore they experienced war. And in the book, she pushes the war elements to a background sort of theme, whereas in the film, war is pretty much the embodiment of the film. Like, it's what the film is kind of based off. And you can just like see how the romance evolves in the film compared to the book. But saying that, also it's interesting to see how Hayao Miyazaki interpreted the book itself and managed to like create all the scenes and like pictures and things, because it's said that in the book Howl is from Wales, and there's also a Q&A bit in the last section of the book, and I was just reading it out of interest, and it was mentioning how Diana Jones mentioned places where they could get inspiration for like Ingery, which is the world in which this is set in. But the film is not based off of her suggestion places. They based it off of Cardiff, which in her opinion was wrong. But at the same time, it was interesting to see how he adapted the setting of Cardiff to create Ingery in this. So yeah, I'm just going to talk about the characters now. So Sophie is really stubborn character. Like, she'll stick to her own guns and she will like listen to her own convictions. In the book, she's a really sassy character. Like, she doesn't take crap from anybody, and I just find it so funny and refreshing. I just found myself just laughing like crazy, and then my mum coming in and just asking, what the heck are you laughing at? And I was just like, oh god, she's hysterical. But yeah, she's a really sassy character in the book, and I think that she kind of lost that sass in the film. But I think that's because the film made her more of a heroine in the end, whereas the book doesn't emphasise upon her role as a hero. Despite the fact that she is a hero in the end, it doesn't emphasise upon like her journey to becoming that hero compared to the film. And I think that's because the film is based off the war elements of the book more so. So the war is brought more to the forefront in the film. Okay, if I was to compare Howl in this one is much more of a sort of snarky, vain character who you can clearly see is flawed as hell, but you still can't help but like him in a way. Compared to the film, where he's a sort of steady, silent hero who you can also see his vanity, but it isn't really brought to the forefront. Again, it's more emphasis upon his heroism as a character. But yeah, they're both really good in different ways, and I both recommend like reading the book and watching the film, because they're really, really, really interesting to like compare about how Hayao Miyazaki interpreted the book in his own style, and how he managed to like evolve the story while keeping elements of it the same, so you can see, you know, where the story's going, but at the same time he managed to like make it completely different at the same time. But yeah, I highly recommend you read the book, watch the film, or just watch the film if you don't want to read the book, but still the book is great. And yeah, that was my opinion of my discussion of Howl's Moving Castle. If you've read the book or watched the film, please comment down below. Similarly, if you have any sort of like recommendations or anything, like if you've read the book or watched the film, you have any film recommendations or book recommendations based upon it, then please again comment down below. Please like and subscribe the video, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!